Good morning, everybody. Happy Thirsty Thursday. It's everybody's favorite day of the week. What's going on? Yesterday was action-packed. Today is going to be a lot slower than yesterday, at least as far as data is concerned. There's not really too much on the radar. I think we had some PPI earlier today, but besides that, there's not really too much out here on the radar for this morning. The market isn't really reacting well either to anything. If you look at the SPY, it ran up, tried to retest resistance, but now it's kind of just right in that mid-range again. It would be very nice to see it run up and re-break 544. You can see a little bit of volatility up, though, as that data happened, but all right, heading into the market opening, there's the bell. Let's see if we can actually get that breakout coming in. I'm actually going to place an alert just in case we miss it up here. 544.04. See if there's a true break or not. Hey, good morning, Manny. For some reason, your profile picture wasn't loading right for me. You got Justin, Stewart, Soup, David, Brain Damage, Christian, Ronnie, CM. Yesterday in Discord, I told Soup that we were going to have soup as our topic today. That's kind of funny. What's up, Mando? Appreciate you. Go check out Palantir really quick. It's been a hot stock that I've been keeping on the radar anyways. Right around 23.95 to 24 is pretty major resistance. We have Tesla and a couple others popping up this morning. Tesla is actually up 5.8%. That's pretty good, but it was all pre-market. There's not really, it's not as like defined. A nice breakout. Mando said, how are the sloppy joes? Actually, really good, Mando. I would have actually sent some pictures, but I ended up getting pretty busy around that time. Did you watch the clip I put on Discord? Jason said. I don't think so. Let me see here. Christian. He taped something to his laptop. That was funny. It said discipline on it. Where'd you send it? Jason? Yesterday in Misk. Oh! Like memes or off topic or something? Let's see. Are you playing with me? Oh, the thing with Powell. That was funny. Yeah. That was funny. Yeah. I remember, though, you remember he was just saying it so Powell could have context, I think. But still, though, that was weird. Kennedy. It's always wild when Kennedy starts asking the questions. All right, Palantir is actually breaking out right now. Literally right up to 24. Could start breaking out more, though. It's above some pretty key resistances here. Switching over to Boeing. Falling off a little bit. The watch list today was on my other screen. Tesla 5% leading the way. Pretty weird to see Tesla up there. SMCI, LI, Nvidia, Blink, AMC, Affirm. That's the rundown. Pretty common to see most of these up here fairly often, depending on if they're having a good day or not, but they're usually pretty big movers like Affirm. Their average percent rise is 3.5%, so that's pretty damn good. How you like TLT if it breaks 93.50, Sean said. I think that could actually be a pretty fun one today, Sean. If that does happen, I think TLT could be a good one to watch. I like it from last night. You know, we were watching it in both directions. This 93.50, 93.60 area is the major resistance. So for anyone who doesn't know that, but I'm definitely with you there, Sean. Looking pretty fire. Wow. AMC back on the rise just a little bit. How's GameStop? I figured if they were up a lot, people would be screaming them, but I really need GameStop to go up. That's going to be a big deal. We need that one to pop. And I don't even hold any of it, but I know so many people that put so much in there that it needs to go, or else we're gonna have a lot of pissed off people to deal with, to say the least. You and me both, Tom, David said. Yeah, you know what, Sean? I was just about to tell you that. I was gonna bring that up, but I didn't want to... what was I gonna say? I didn't want to lose people right away, but Tiger Woods is 1 under on the US Open right now. You know who else is 1 under that I'm kind of liking is Koepka. 1 under as well. Everybody's 1 under. It's weird. Through like the first 6 to 9 holes. There's like 10 people or more tied at 1 under. It must be a hard course this time. I mean, it always is at the US Open, but they must be playing hard today or something. GME shareholder meeting today, Ryan said. Is there really? Did you guys see that they approved Elon Musk's shareholder, or what's that called? Pay package or whatever? Compensation package? Elon has some compensation to do. Says he's set for victory. $56 billion pay package. That's pretty nuts. Resolution to move the electric car makers and corporation to Texas. That's fun. It's looking like a true US Open finally, Sean said. No 63s at this place. I love that, Sean. I actually love the harder courses. I hate it whenever everybody scores, like, you know, at the end of the week, you're looking at like 20 under and stuff. It's like, I don't know. I'm gonna try to get a 9 holes in tonight at like one of the worser courses by me. I wonder how much Elon will pay in taxes. Yeah, I'm curious. I bet you it's quite a bit. But yeah, I did make the sloppy joes yesterday. I just didn't use the Texas toast, but we definitely had them. They were pretty fire. Hey, good morning, sir. I want to see these guys play more like us, struggling for pars. Me too, man. I like it when they have the rough so thick, too. Like, makes it kind of cool. I heard that the greens this time are so insane. I wonder what they are on the stimp. Ryan's out here struggling for bogeys. Me too, Ryan. Like, I'm playing 9 holes tonight. If I stay anywhere like 7 under or less, or 7 over or less, I'll be pretty happy. This is a course I haven't played in a long time. Maybe it'll seem easy to me now, because I normally play longer ones now. There are 77 different types of grass on this course. What the hell? 77 different types of grass? That's kind of weird. Sounds like a dispensary. That's a TLRY golf course out there. And a CGC course. That's perfect. I don't even know the name of the course. What is it this week? Like Valhalla or something? Oh, Pinehurst, number 2. Okay. That's right. Everyone kept posting it on social media, but I didn't really pay too much attention. I just paid attention to how fast the greens were. Tom, you helped me make 15% profit on CGC in May. Hey, nice. Brain, I appreciate you there. 15% on CGC in May. Yeah, I mean, it didn't have the best May, but I'm really glad to see you do well. Ooh, Serve says, Tom, can you overlay coin and BTC on the charts? I want to verify if BTC drops 2%, then coin should follow by 5%. What are the thoughts? Hey, thanks for the $5, Serve. I can definitely do that. Let's pull up coin. Let's throw up BTC USD on the chart as well. You know what? Let's pull up Bitcoin and throw coin on the chart. Okay. I'm going to overlay coin here. If this don't work, I'll just get it side by side on something else. Coin, there we go. All right. So looking at it right now, it looks like that is, you know, probably the case. Let's see. I want to double check some. So that was a 28% pullback from the high at the beginning of March on coin. I want to check that to make sure that's accurate here. Yeah, okay, yeah, like 28 to 30%. Okay. Yeah, it's working. Perfect. Yeah, looks like it Serve. Most of the time, that's the case, it looks like. I mean, if you're looking at a big move out of Coinbase, it's like 136% in the same time that Coinbase moves up like 80%. So, I'm not going to say maybe that it's that big of a difference from, let's see, like every 2% equals 5%. You know, that's actually fairly close. It'd be cool to have some real numbers there. I know that it's highly correlated to it, though, on the overall move. Like, this recent move was like 27%. The move on Bitcoin was like 24%. So, like, on this little pop recently, it actually hasn't moved up quite as much. Double check that again, too. I want to make sure. Yeah, like 34%. It does go up a little bit more, but it's not like a ton more at the end of the day. But either way, it looks like it's definitely correlated to Bitcoin, though. It's obviously, right? It's Coinbase, but it's pretty correlated, especially lately, which is nice and usually has a lot bigger moves. I will say this, Coinbase, the options can get a little bit wild sometimes, depending on which ones you're looking at. You know, there's always a lot of big gaps on the Coinbase options chain. Like, if we go out to June, they're fairly expensive. Then there's like a $65 gap there too. So keep that in mind if you're going to try to trade coin on the options. It's probably better for shares on coin, honestly, with how much it moves. Doing analysis on a leap play. Now, leaps are a different story. You don't necessarily have to worry about you do have to worry about the gap, but obviously it's not like as dire on a leap like that. No problem, Serve. And hey, of course, thank you for the $5. Always coming in clutch with those super chats, man. Appreciate you. Of course, you guys don't have to do that, but they are appreciated. Go back to the SPY really quick. Bitcoin's trying to pop a little bit today. Go check out the QQQ. 479, 480 coming up. 480 has been such a big level lately for a few stocks, like Meta. It was a huge area there. These stocks are getting so high. We need more splits out there. Need more splits to come in. I hope you guys enjoyed the Powell event yesterday. You know, we try to have some fun heading into the Powell event. Hopefully you guys like that. Honestly, I don't know about you guys. I have more fun heading into the event than I do during the event. Honestly. Gotta look at Baidu for sure. B-I-D-U. Baidu's not looking bad today. Good recovery. Looking at Baba. It's not doing anything, though. Drain says they're a split. They actually just announced a split on AVGO. They announced a 10-for-1 split. I'm not sure when it's going to happen, though. I'm not 100% sure on that. Let me see if I can... I clicked the wrong link. Let me see if I can get it up here. Okay, July 15th. There we go. So not too far away, only like a month. Haha, no problem, sir. I got you on the book map. Oh, I thought I already had coin up here. Dang it. Could have sworn I did. We'll get it up either way.
Whoever comes, whoever it is,
All right, here's coin on the book map here. Let's go look at it on the regular chart and then come compare it to the book map. That's usually what I like to do. Yeah, it really is a good tool, Brain. I don't know whether to call you Brain or Drain. I'm just going to say Brain. But either way, I really like that name, though. It really... Sometimes I honestly say Brain because my mind just reads it that way. Weird. But it's an awesome tool. So looking at Coinbase here, looks like 260 is a pretty major resistance, and even bigger than that, like 263 to 265. I would bet on the book map. Those are both pretty big levels. Let's see. 260 doesn't really have a lot there right now. It might have yesterday, but there's a little there. Mainly overhead, like 263, like I said, and 265 are pretty big. I would have definitely expected 260 to be a little stronger. It's probably not, though, because honestly, yesterday, it tested it so many times, it probably wiped it out. Is really what went on, probably. Just trying to verify my VRVP indicator to see how close I get to bookmap. Nice, yeah. Here's what it looks like. 250 is pretty good on support. 249. Little buyers stacked up there. Nothing too crazy, though, honestly. Coinbase is starting to sell off a little bit today. Just a little bit. Nothing to worry about necessarily yet. Bitcoin had a pretty good dip into this morning. If they could start to recover back today towards their high, that'd probably be really good for Coinbase. And honestly, that's what I would look for today, is a little recovery on Bitcoin here. Thanks for taking the time, Tom. You guys rock. No problem, sir. I appreciate you guys. Of course. I hope you enjoy your retirement soon, Serve. 544 resistance still on the SPY. I just love watching that right now. It's such a perfect level. Apple's trying to make the comeback today. It's trying to get up to like 218, 220. It'd be nice to have another green candle here looking at the daily chart. Be nuts. So many levels on Apple over the past couple months. I gotta get some of these off of here. This is a wild remix here. Brain said Nvidia's popping off nice. We're definitely going to know that in a minute with the SM bot coming on. Hold up. I think I do that. There we go. Now it's perfect. All right, SM bot. Let's go. We got Tesla calls all over the bot at the moment. All over it. And I'll tell you what, Tesla does not look too bad right now. I really love the way that it's holding this support. If you do go long, you know, as long as it keeps holding this support today, should be a pretty good opportunity. Yeah, the way it's holding there is really nice. It shows a lot of strength with Tesla today. Looking at the daily, it's definitely starting to pop back off of support, too. Ended up holding super well on the daily at support. Watch it to retest 200 over the next couple days, honestly. It loves to move around this level. There's like a little range here, and it has really liked it the past couple months. Of course, we had that premium play earlier come out. If you guys missed it, make sure you check it out in the chat. SPY starting to turn over a bit. Rejecting pretty hard at that resistance there. Ford falling off with General Motors. Not what I want to see. CCJ is popping up a little bit here on the SM bot as well. We got uranium starting to move. That's going to make some of you guys happy. I know some of you really like to hold these uranium stocks, whether it's CCJ or UEC or others. How's DraftKings today? They've been recovering up so well lately. This little recovery has been fantastic. I will say, though, it literally just hit resistance yesterday around 40, so what I'm looking for with DraftKings here is this on this trend. As they're coming back up, you know, they're right on resistance and hitting the trend again. I'm honestly now watching for them to start to fall back. I did talk about this on the couple of the nightly videos whenever it was still, like, on the way up last week, but so far this week, it's done pretty well, and I'm definitely going to be watching it for a bit of a pullback now. Right at resistance. If it can surprise and it can run up through 40 with some good momentum, then the shares will be great, but in the short term, definitely going to be watching for another little downtrend and maybe look to even hedge with some puts or something. Either puts or covered calls, but obviously don't want to lose a lot of the shares. So probably just go with puts because I really do like holding DraftKings shares. But I'll obviously assess that as we go forward. Hope everybody's having a nice thirsty Thursday today. My favorite day of the week. No, I'm just kidding. I'd say my favorite day is Friday. That's probably everybody's favorite, though, so. Woods 2 bogeys in a row. You guys jinxed him. No way, really? I should turn it on the other TV or something. Hey, you know who is doing good though? Koepka is 2 under now. Man, Koepka loves US Opens, doesn't he? Man, Koepka must practice on like the hardest course in the world or something. Like all the time. Yeah, you know, Mason, I'm kind of surprised Cam Smith can't, I'm surprised he can't do a little bit better. Ooh, you know what? We're starting to get a lot of plays here. PANW calls on the SM bot. Palo Alto, one of Nancy's stocks, Nancy Pelosi. She's going to be loving this as if this one starts to break back out. And based off the way the chart looks like it's going to try to come up and fill the gap. This is going to be like the third test of this resistance lately. Around like 325 to 330. Man, it's looking good. Another one for Nancy. Let's go look at capital trades. Yeah, Palo Alto, 26th of February. About like 500K to $1 million. Let's read it. Let's read what it says on there. Show details. Description. Purchase 50 call options with a strike price of $200 and an expiration of January 17th, 2025 on Palo Alto. $50 call options at the 200 strike. I'm gonna go check that on the, I'll pull it up here for you guys on the charts. What strike? It was the 200, right? There's 2,000 open interest there, so damn it, we're not gonna really be able to see where she entered, but, well, yeah, we are. Yes, we are, actually, gonna see where she entered. This is pretty cool. Let me show this to you guys. You guys will like this, I think. All right, here's PANW on these calls. So you can see where this open interest shoots up down here at the bottom of the chart. Right where this starts shooting up is essentially right where she entered, or at least where the filing came in, right? This was published on February 26th. And you guys can see here, literally, on the day it was published, there was an insane amount of volume here. Let's see the volume. Like 1,000 volume right there. She only bought 50, and it said 11 days after the fact, so... yeah, she got in a little high on PANW, honestly. It looks like. I can see the day that she got in, I think. February 12th or something right around there. There's 56 volume that day, so it makes sense. This one's gonna need a good recovery, I'll tell you that. It's pretty rough. But keep in mind, she'll probably just get the shares at 200, so, you know. She'll let it just slowly stair-step itself up. Get the shares and call it a day. Nancy's never wrong, David said. Yep. You know it. She's honestly become like a legend out there. Wouldn't you guys agree? Sometimes you can be legends for the wrong things, you know? Legend for insider trading while in Congress. She's definitely captivating to a lot of traders, that's for sure. The only people that can insider trade and get away with it. That's hilarious. Palantir's on the drop here, like Boeing. Let's see. Yeah, Palantir's definitely rejecting back off. They were trying to run up a little bit this morning. They got above that 24 resistance for a second and came roaring right back down. A lot of the price action today, unfortunately, isn't very strong. Out of a lot of the stocks I normally like to watch here in the short term, Tesla is probably the best looking thing of the day, honestly. And even that one, since open, hasn't really done too much. It's just chopped around here. Although at least it's, you know, holding fairly high and setting up okay. That's the one positive with them. AMC, 4.3%. They've been around that all morning, too. GME's actually selling back off, which is not good. And GameStop was flying up yesterday morning. What's happening here? Where's all the buyers? Where'd they go? They need that hype to come back in. Somehow they need to get a second round of the hype going. I don't know how they could do that, but they definitely do. It was interesting on the Q&A last night hearing Mike talk about Roaring Kitty's positions. I thought that was very interesting. That was pretty sick. If you guys missed it, check out the live event replays tab in the Discord. It was a pretty good one. Went over a lot of spreads and stuff, and very helpful if you are somebody that hasn't ever traded spreads before. Boy, GME, wow, look at that. The intraday sell-off's getting pretty massive. Good to see Baidu holding high. Maybe the China stocks can come back alive today. And I was going to say prop up the market, but they're not going to help the SPY very much. I can tell you that. Yeah, Manny, I don't know. Like, what can they do to get some hype back? You know, let me turn this down. This song got a little louder than the other ones. Pretty crazy, though. Sean. How'd you play yesterday, Sean? What did you do? Okay. I know you said this year you haven't been the best, but that's all right. Sean won? What? No way. I must have missed that. Oh, wow, yeah, he gave him a good fist bump. I see. I didn't say close the effing door. Man, I missed that one, Sean. They all started talking about basketball and pushed it up there. That's crazy, Sean. I'm glad, though. I'm glad. Tessie's testing. There we go, Tesla. There we go. Some nice green price action breaking out above 190. It'd be beautiful to see it break 190, 150, but good to see it holding up. This has been one of the stronger stocks of the day. Been looking pretty hot so far. Now up 7% for Tesla. Not bad. Not bad at all. Love the way this one held higher. Very bullish setup here. Honestly, I would not be surprised if it broke 190, 150 and started running a little bit more. Looking at the daily, I mean, whenever it gets around this range and it starts to move, it can have some pretty big moves here. Like, I'm going to circle some spots on the daily where there's been some pretty big moves around this price area or price range. I don't want to just call it an area. I guess we'll say range, you know. But there's been some big ones here. I know it's already up 7% today, but let's see, like this candle, for example. It's like right around 6-7%. This day, I know they had some news probably or something, but they're up 16% on that day, so. Tessie can have some big moves. I would have super chatted more, but I pulled a Ludacris into Magic City on Friday night yesterday. It's all good, Serve. Appreciate you, Serve. Baidu coming in hot. 1 minute chart. Come on, Baidu. Let's break that high at 96.50. Doesn't look bad. You can do it, Baidu. Ooh, Sean said July 12th, WBA calls fired. It's not one of my favorite stocks, Sean. Let's see. WBA. But that doesn't mean it's not going to be okay. I just, you know. WBA is one I try not to play too much, honestly. Let's go look at it, though. Man, very low on the daily. If this ends up being a good base here, Sean, you could be in for a good move. This poor stock has had problems forming bases, though. I like how Sean put the dice up there. That's awesome. Not my favorite either, but no way they take it below 15, right? Yeah, maybe not. At least not below this other support, like 1467 or right around there. Let's check the hourly. Yeah, like right around 1460, 1450. How'd you guys like that basketball game last night, though? It had me sad. Luka couldn't come through for me, man. Couldn't do it. They just don't have enough, you know? They're playing like 4 versus 2 is what it's essentially like. Or 5v2, honestly. Sucks. Those guys on Luka's team on the Mavs, they can't do anything. At least they got like White, I think his name is, on Celtics. Got a couple pretty hot guys on there. Yeah, Derek White, J. Rue Holiday, who won a championship over in Minnesota. Jaylen Brown, of course, and Tatum. Al Horford, I mean, you know, he's whatever, you know, but... Man, like, Holiday and White, man, those guys are clutch for that team. Hey, my views. Appreciate you coming in with the super. Appreciate you. Let's go. Get the $5. I like it. You got somebody flexing on there. That's cool. That's awesome, my views. Thank you. Says, thanks so much for AVGO stock split call out. My biggest win today. Nice. Yeah, AVGO doing pretty well here. That's fire. That is fire. Running up to 1730, 14%. Love to see it, my views. Post it up in the Profits channel if you want. Maybe you'll get member of the day today. Hi, Tom. How does Penn look like? OG's asking. Penn was doing pretty good this week. Yeah, it's still looking pretty good today. Not great. Not a ton of price action or explosiveness yet. Definitely need more momentum, but on the daily, it's looking good. It's just right at resistance. Overall, though, I love the way it's setting up. I could see it going a little bit higher in the short term. Not a ton, though. I am watching resistance around like 1950 to 20 pretty closely. I would almost expect it to chop a little bit more in this range before just breaking out. One really good plus with Penn is it's above a pretty key trend line lately. It's actually confirming off of it too. Not too bad there. And then let me draw this one. That one doesn't line up too well, but that's definitely what I'm watching. Let me grab a drink of water real fast. Oh, man. This water's coming in clutcher than Derek White. Clutcher. I love making up my own words, if you guys couldn't tell. More clutch. I'm low-key a Luka hater, Mando said. It's alright, Mando. I wouldn't be surprised if people didn't like Luka. I could see people liking Tatum a lot easier. Or like Jaylen Brown. Luka, you know. I don't know what it is with Luka. I like him. But I will say, like, sometimes when he plays, like last night, you could just tell, like, he was starting to become like a whiny bitch or something, or like a whiny child, or I don't know how to explain it, you know? And you can, like, really tell, like, when he's defeated, too. Like, he knows it, you know, and he shows it. He knows it and shows it. Mando said he's like that every game. I know. I know. That's all I watch is the Mavericks, really. And the Nuggets, but Nuggets got wiped out. I really think, you know, the Nuggets would have given the Celtics a lot better of a series. It was kind of a fluke that Minnesota beat the Nuggets. Kind of ruined the finals experience for us all. I'm looking for Palantir to bounce off 2351. Let's see. Yeah, that's a good spot. 2351, 2350 right there. Not bad at all. That's a good area of support. I like it. I'd have it on my chart, but, you know, got too many lines all over the place. Mando goes, we were not a fluke. Yeah. That was good, though, you know, that you guys won. Sometimes people get hot, you know. They had a fairly good team that it was definitely good enough. I'm going to look up their record real quick. How good was it? Oh, man, 56 and 26. Yeah, I mean, they had the same record as the Nuggets, so, you know, I can't really, I guess I can't say the Nuggets were, like, you know, stars above them or anything. Palantir pulled back. Oh, man, yeah. It was a pretty bad pullback. It's been going on for a little while now. A lot of stocks are honestly pulling back today. It's not the best day for the upwards price action quite yet. Maybe we'll get a turnaround, though. That would be nice. See a little turnaround come in. Outlaw said always Friday. Yep. Friday will probably be the day to trade here. Well, you know, yesterday and the day before were the days to trade, but if we're picking between today and tomorrow, probably tomorrow. So far, if you're not a guy who can adapt and try to trade things down, today would be a good day for you to try to go get like some yard work done, or I don't know, you know, whatever you need to do. Go back to the SM bot, though. The SM bot always comes in clutch for us. Got Adobe puts on the bot. They report earnings tonight, so be careful there. JP Morgan calls. Wow. Starting to come back a little bit. Me and Mike keep watching these bank stocks to the downside, and they've been pretty fire to the downside lately. Looks like today they are coming back a little bit, though. Uber puts on the SM bot. Makes sense. Uber's definitely selling off. Meta puts as well. You know, Meta puts, honestly, not too bad. Sitting right on support around 504.50. Definitely a big one, and it's starting to break and sell off a little lower. Not bad. Do you know if Nancy has a position on Palantir? I don't believe she does. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if she started buying them. That's kind of funny. Wonder if I can search up some tickers here or something. Nope. Yeah, I don't see any. At least not over the past year. And you guys do know that, like, whenever Nancy Pelosi buys these things, it's her husband, right? Paul Pelosi. See, it says owner spouse. I know a lot of you guys know that, but... Man, Palantir selling off like crazy now. Honestly, a good put candidate today. SPY, too. Meta's starting to look pretty fire now with all these stocks turning over. Looks pretty bearish. Someone asked for a Tesla book map in the chat. Let me oblige real quick. Why not look at it anyways, right? They call it the bookmark. I like it. Do you guys remember whenever we first started using Bookmap and everybody was calling it a map book? That had me cracking up. Everybody was like, Tom, give me a map book. That had me laughing. GMU has some green candles, Jason? No way. I'm almost blown away. Oh, wow. You definitely had me thinking they were going to be better than that, Jason. Definitely had me thinking they'd be better than that. Ah, Mason goes, I'm the map. Have you guys ever seen those funny adult versions of Dora? Oh my god. There's this like hilarious thing where they did like an adult Dora stand-up comedy thing. Oh my god, it's funny. I can't play it on here though. I think they say some bad stuff, but it was funny. Nonetheless. I don't know, Jason. I don't know how long to hold my 2351 put. Palantir breaks 2343. It's looking pretty fire right now. Looks like there is that support though around like, yeah, right around 2340, 2350. I wouldn't hold it too long if it starts bouncing here, that's for sure. It's been pretty straight down. It's probably going to chop at least a little bit. Ooh, AMD puts coming in on the SM bot now. AMD just broke the new lows of the day and broke under support. 158.50 gave out pretty good. AMD has seen a lot of weakness lately. And I'm not going to say going to the daily like, oh my god, AMD is the weakest thing ever. But it definitely, hasn't recovered up like some of the others have. And it's been holding down pretty low. Big support around 157. 158. All right, watch list. Bring it back up. Let's go check on Intel. Selling back down to around that 30 support again. All right, it's actually providing a good opportunity here. If you guys haven't entered in yet and you've been looking at Intel around the 30 area, it's pretty close for like a snipe right now. Granted, it is worrying me a bit, but pretty major support. Needs to hold this again. It's held it pretty well. OG said Meta puts are working. Yes, they are. Meta has been selling down pretty good so far. Wow, look at that. Ended up breaking down in such a great way. That was one of the best setups of the day, honestly. Right under that range. It's pretty good. 503.24 now. Let's do it, OG. How low is it going to get? Maybe a retest of 500. We gotta check on the those PGA scores, guys. Who's winning now? We need an update. Kepka still 2 under through 9. Who is E. Molinari? What the? I knew who Francesco Molinari was. I didn't know there was another one. Huh. Hell yeah, Meta keeps selling down. SPY's starting to get pretty low too. Almost down to 540.50 at this point. Literally right on support as we speak though. On which stock, Red River? Oh, all. Until 7/19. Huh, that's kind of weird. I hadn't heard about that, Red River. We've been covering so much stuff. It's been wild, but I haven't heard people talking about that too much. I'm trying to find a good article for this now. That would explain why on these earnings everybody announced those. Just about everybody has been announcing buybacks, it seems like, on just about every earnings report. As long as it's a good company. That makes sense, Red River. Did I miss news on Tessie? Why the sudden pullback, Stewart said. I think it just pulled back with the rest of the market. It was doing very well this morning, was holding up the best out of just about everything, but I mean, I don't think it's Tessie's fault here necessarily. I mean, go look at the SPY. It's down. Everything's down here at market open. Honestly, I think there's just selling pressure coming in. People taking profits. I don't really see like one huge reason like why it would do this, unless there's something weird going on in the background, but I haven't seen anything definitive here. Maybe stuff with what Yellen's been saying. I mean, she did an interview this morning, apparently said some stuff. That could be something that triggered it. Hard to say exactly, though. Let me check on Tesla itself. Yeah, Tesla doesn't really have anything negative, but still green on the day, luckily. They expire on the 21st, though. I got calls right at the top. Dang. Yeah, hopefully they can come back today a bit. I still like the setup on the daily quite a bit. So, you know, you got them for the 21st. I mean, as long as you trust the daily, it could be pretty good. It could be good for you. You just got to really trust that daily here. On these uptrends, a candle like this usually isn't the best sign. There could be another red day tomorrow, but I would definitely keep watching for like another test of 200 in the short term. That would be a good thing to see. Christian said, I'm in Tesla heavy. Yeah, they had that good news this morning. I would not be surprised if like the market started stabilizing a bit if they started to come back really well. Wasn't my plan, Christian said. Yeah. Sometimes plans have to change a little bit, but hopefully you're not in too heavy, Christian. Someone in Discord asked about Tesla puts to hold over the weekend. I really don't like those for over the weekend. Man, that'd be tough to hold those over the weekend, I'll tell you. Especially with them starting to get a little bit of hype back. Yeah, I wouldn't. Seems pretty risky there.
But the dark future which never came still exists for me. And it always will, like the traces of a dream. Love. I wanted to run through the street yelling, to grab them all and say, every day from this day on is a gift. Use it well. Instead,
Yeah, I didn't see the Twitter post for yeah, it was that post. Pretty good. Tesla's starting to reject a little bit here, down under 185. That'd be nice to see a good push towards 200, though. I think there's some negative sentiment around when Musk will actually be paid. Could still play out in the courts. It could. I hope that Elon can, I don't know, play it the right way, right? It's very weird on that situation. I think he'll definitely get it now, though. Good old Elon.
I wanted to run through the street yelling, to grab them all and say, every day from this day on is a gift. Use it well. Instead, I got drunk. But the dark future, which never came, still exists for me. And it
I voted he gives it to me. Yeah, give it to us, man, and we'll make great use of it. And then we all split it. That would actually be pretty cool. You know what to do, Mason. Putting it all on red. Nope. No updates to the bot, only on red. That's it. Spy looking rough. Still okay on the daily. Ford's starting to turn over pretty bad on the daily, actually. I don't like to see that. General Motors had such a good move lately, but again, falling over. This channel has been very helpful for a beginner trader. Thank you. No problem. And hey, you know, if you got any questions ever, feel free to throw them out there. Scalped the QQQ down and made a small profit. Nice. Yeah, QQQ was actually a really nice move this morning. At least a quick scalp opportunity. Pretty good under that support here. There were a lot of pretty good moves today on a lot of these stocks under supports. Even Tesla a little bit. Check out some of these China stocks falling back off a little bit. Baba as well. No, put half on red in case you need to double down. That's a good idea, Sean. I'm from Dallas, go Mavs. It's not looking good, but still love them, Charlie said. Hey, what's up, Charlie? Yeah, I love Luka and the team, but they're just getting outclassed, man. Outclassed. I don't know. If Luka and Kyrie get hot, I think that they could come back in the series, but I don't know. They're going to have to get hotter than hot. They're going to have to get like however hot the sun is, you know? Smoldering hot. There's nothing more pleasing than doubling up your losses at the blackjack table, Sean said. I love doing that too, Sean. You know, if you just keep doubling your bets every time, you gotta win one eventually, right? I forgot the stats on that, Sean. Obviously, the rules of the game throw it off a little bit. But there's like a certain stat out there that shows like why you can't do that, because it's like 1 out of every 100 times or something you'll do that, and you'll get like enough losses in a row to like make you not be able to bet the table minimum or something, or the table maximum, you know, unless they allow you to go over. But yeah, it's guaranteed to win, Sean said. Yeah. Exactly. Oh yeah, Mason knows it. Sean knows it too. But that's funny. Guaranteed to win. I have some friends that act like that they literally guarantee themselves winning every time. I'm like, wow, you guys are wild. Hey, Penn's still holding up okay. You know, that's been a decent play today for the big money stuff. Out of all the big monies, that one's not too bad today. The watch list is become increasingly red. Zoom's falling off. Square. Gosh, Mason, the kid kept betting $500 purple chips on red. Ooh. That is nuts. Mando said Kyrie is a beast, yeah. If only he was tall. I feel like Jaylen Brown messes him up on the defensive end. Sean said, I had a statistics teacher that we calculated out best Keno strategy. We concluded the only guaranteed way to win is with unlimited money and unlimited time, Sean said. But there is a way to get an advantage on Keno? Huh. On blackjack, if you're counting the cards and your percentage, you know, if you flip the percentages in your favor, which you can actually do. I know people act like you can't, but you actually can. If you do it, you can, you know, that's theoretically a guaranteed win, but again, you have to have enough time and money to account for the variance of it, but... Bet one number and double your bet every time you lose, guaranteed to win. Oh, I see. Charlie Pena said, I have a 127 call July 12th. Where do you think resistance / support is for NVIDIA? 127 call for July 12th, so about a month away. Well, the problem is NVIDIA's at all-time highs, so It's like, whenever you look at resistance, it's hard to give guaranteed levels here. Or just not guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed in this, but, you know, it's like an established level up here at the top. You can see on the chart, 130 is pretty big. 931,000 shares at 130. So that coming up will be the next major resistance in the short term. As far as support, I will use a chart. We'll go out to the 5-minute for that. Yeah, there's a pretty good support down here around like 126 to 126.50. Give like a 50-cent range. Another one around 127.50 if you're looking there. Pretty good today. Below there, I like 124. 123. There's quite a bit on the way up, actually. There's been a lot of staircasing and a lot of consolidation at some of these levels, so. But it's hard to see resistance with the all-time highs. $130 is good, though. Mason said you couldn't count cards in Arizona, only automatic shufflers. Shoes never ended. Yes, Mason. I actually, whenever I went to Vegas, that's how one of the tables was. You're right, man. That is... The odds on that, Mason, drop down so much. It's so bad. So bad. I can't stand that, Mason. Only automatic shufflers. I know exactly what you mean. I've done that before. That I wouldn't even play, I don't think. Unless I won on slots and I just decided to go blow $100 for fun or something, you know? Like, that makes me upset. I heard a lot of places are going to try to go to that all the time, but a lot of people were like quitting, so a lot of places had to stop that. They actually tried that at the casinos by me, and then they got rid of them. Yeah, I wouldn't notice at first either, probably. What's your favorite BMP, Mando said? That's hard to say, Mando. There's a lot of them out there. I mean, XLE is tempting, but you go to the daily, it's been pulling back pretty hard since it was called out, but XLE has been on my radar pretty hard here as it's dipping down. Again, though, it was called out a little while ago. It's losing quite a bit, but XLE is coming up on support. The Intel big money play hasn't been bad. Obviously, it has the past 2 days, but overall, it's holding support well. I do like that with the Intel. BMP Pen hasn't been bad either. That's been a good one to watch. I still like this one quite a bit. Some of them aren't my favorites, you know, I like some more than others. Like PII last night, not really my personal favorite, but there is a big support coming up to maybe try to look at it for like a snipe off support. Another one recently is BL, Blackline. Again, not my favorite, but a good support play. GPCR. Keep in mind, you know, it's pretty hard to find perfect big money plays all the time. This one's a wild stock here, GPCR. It's actually been coming back pretty good, though. They had that big pop recently. I wouldn't be surprised if they kept running up with more news or on that news. Looking at Chewy to hold 2305 and break through the 2330 area. CHWY. Chewy, a fan favorite around Stocked Up. Yeah, looking really good, Sean. Hopefully it can hold here. I wouldn't be surprised if it chopped a little bit, but the setup's been pretty awesome lately. I'm kind of actually expecting a little bit more chop, so just realistically thinking that could be how it goes. Walter PPK said, Trump's papa had a brothel and saloon in Texas, and it brought in all drunks and troublemakers, so the townspeople kicked Trump out of town. That's how he made his money. Some history lesson, Walter said. I'm gonna have to fact check you on that one, Walter. Did Trump's dad own a brothel? Because Trump's father was pretty big into real estate, I think. He did. He operated a brothel for minors in Whitehorse. What? Frederick Trump was born in 1869. Damn. I did not know that. That's interesting. You learn something new every day, don't you? That sounded so wild. It almost sounded like a hit piece or something. But it's true. Obviously, he probably made a lot more money when he got older and did other stuff, but still, that is pretty wild. He came to New York after Texas. Yeah, that's interesting, Walter. It's hard to believe stuff nowadays, you know? You see articles and fake things out there and stuff, and the news gets things wrong half the times. You know? That's funny though, Walter. I didn't know that. That is funny, Sean. I actually did think that was you talking about Chewy, because the green name, too, threw me off. Sorry, Brandon. Yeah, like Walter says, not political. Nope. I'll be looking that up later. Like the name of it and stuff. That's kind of funny. I see where the Stormy Daniels stuff comes from now. They didn't pay too much taxes back then, especially in the prostitution business. Yeah, I wonder how that would have worked. Oh, brothel. It's wild for me to even think that there were, well, that stuff's illegal anywhere, you know? That's crazy to me. I always think it's funny how people act like America is like a third world country. And then like some of these European countries that say this, they got like literally brothels and stuff. It gets funny. PII big money play. Where do you show support? Down a bit today. Was thinking of entering, Scruffy said. PII. Polaris. Yeah, I mean, on the daily, there's a huge support around 70 to 75. I think somewhere in that range would be a lot better than entering now. I could see it testing the support again before going up, so I will watch that closely. And you never know, maybe the big money is doing covered calls. Maybe they're getting in early. You know, it's hard to say exactly, but at the end of the day, it's a fairly enticing setup with that support. I would say not too many more days before the support comes into play if it does keep falling. If you want to play it where you definitely don't miss the move, you could enter right now with the big money, and then you could also rebuy as it touches 70. So like, let's say your total plan is to enter in with $2,000. You could average in. So you could maybe do like 1,000 now, and then like another 1,000 when it hits 70, or something along those lines, you know? Just realize on that first 1,000 that it might end up red if it tests 70, and that's your whole point of keeping the other 1,000 open. Ow. I just destroyed my shin on my desk. My computer cords are going all over the place, and tried to kick one back. It's not even the computer cords, it's like the mouse and the keyboard and the monitors. And Airbnb Insider selling, good entry for swings. Airbnb Insider selling? Wow, that looks like a pretty good put play. I like the way it's rejecting off resistance. There is a gap there on the chart between 150 and 155, but still, that's pretty bad today. Might be kind of like an inverse head and shoulders type setup there, but not too bad. It's not perfect by any means. Hopefully the St. Louis Cardinals can win tonight. They kind of suck. It's about time they get back to 500 or higher. They're 2 games off. Come on. Playing the Pirates a day game today, 1:15. Later, guys. Check back in later. Sounds good, Manny. Have a great rest of your day, of course. See you in the Discord, as always, Manny. You're always fire in there. Appreciate you joining up this morning. New to Mo says, don't smoke. Have a good one, Manny. Walter bought some today. Nice. Sorry, FIVN was also looking at that one. Support at 40, Scruffy said. FIVN. 5.9. Stock got pretty low. Looking at it down around support. The big money's in the 30 strike calls that are in the money by quite a bit. 5.9 really needs to hold this support. There is support right around 42, and then I would say 40 underneath here as well. So definitely keep those levels on watch for today. Those are pretty good. Always enjoy the show. I am up from buying Tesla 2 days ago. Nice adventure. It did started to come back a little bit today, but glad to see you're up. I guess it didn't come back too much. You know, it's still up 3%, but that was good for the pay package to get the stock to move a little bit. Man, Amazon pulling back pretty hard, making a new low of the day here. Definitely not what you want to see. That's a bad pullback. Some red candles down to 185. No. You don't want to see that. This area, the plays to buy before big tech pullback. Hey, I'm late to the party, Demure said. There you go. No problem, Scruffy. Appreciate you. Let me check out AVGO on the book map real quick. Avgo. Or Broadcom, as people like to say. Mike beat me to it. Look at that 1720, 1735. Man, even in the short term here, 1705 on AVGO is pretty big. Yeah, Demir said, I see Coinbase is dropping. It definitely is. Had a pretty steep pullback there, 3.2%. This stock always has a crazy move. Whether it's up or down, it's always up or down by like 3% or more. Holy levels on coin. Oh my gosh. Look at all these. I have to get some of these off here. There's too many, but like whenever you go on like an hourly chart, I mean, like a 15-minute, they come into play. UVXY calls, good to get now, cool guy said. UVXY is not looking too bad today, 2.8%. With the SPY rejecting, it might not be too bad. It's a little bit risky still. I mean, the market's still right around highs. It could still be pretty hot. Keep that in mind. Should have held my put, though, for Coinbase. Yeah. In retrospect, I guess you should have. It did double top pretty good yesterday. Right at resistance. But I don't want to see you be late to the party anymore, Demure. I'm going to tell Jaeger about this. They'll make sure this doesn't happen again. Tomorrow morning, Jaeger's going to start moving all around, and if you start hearing bang bang in the middle of the morning, you know what's going on. Looks like an inverse head and shoulders to you. It almost is, actually. I could see that holding up as one, you know? I could see it holding there. No, don't tell Jaeger. Oh, he's gonna know. Jaeger's gonna haul you away, Demure. Pelosi was right to buy PANW and Apple. They're both going up. Yeah, they were, Walter. There, yes, she was. They're starting to look pretty hot. PANW will be extremely interesting. See if it can make new all-time highs soon or not. I would not be surprised if it did. What are your thoughts on Triple M, Brandon said. You know, Triple M's a stock that I've looked at quite a bit over the past 3 to 5 years. I used to own this one for the long term in like 2019, and I owned it around like the 130 mark, ended up falling all the way down to like 95, and then came all the way back, and I ended up selling it at like 140 or 145. Nothing too crazy, but at the end of the day, this company's not my favorite. If you're gonna buy and hold it for like the long term, I think it could be okay. But in the end, it's like, do I want to try going after Triple M, or do I want to go after like some type of company in like the tech sector, you know, or something like Palantir or DraftKings or Square or PayPal or Neo or other stuff like that, like more growth related stocks, you know? Like, I think the Triple M's okay if you're going for like safety, but they also had a lot of weird like lawsuits with their earplugs and a lot of weird bad news for a while. Kind of has been shitty for 3M, so hopefully they can get back and start to regain a little bit of that dominance that they used to have, because this stock used to be awesome, one of the best stocks in the market. But obviously this phase that they're going through is not a good one. Not a good one. This would actually be a really good question if you're part of the Deep Value Club, asking a Hunter his thoughts on a good price for 3M would actually be probably the best way to go. See what levels he throws out there. .3M has been in a sticky situation lately. To say the least, I guess. If you were buying this company in like 2016, 17, 18, you're probably pissed right now. You could have just bought the SPY and made imagine that, guys. Imagine that shit. You know, you're trying to play like stocks like 3M. You could have just bought the SPY and made 165% over the course of those 6 to 7 years. That's kind of funny, guys. Round of applause to the SPY. Round of applause. Yeah. That is kind of funny, isn't it? Could have just bought the fucking SPY. And killed the returns of 3M. But all right, guys, we're probably going to end the stream there. I'm not really liking this price action today. I'm sure you guys can tell. Definitely not my favorite price action of the week, that's for sure. Falling off a little bit. And we're getting breakdowns, but they're not like It's like every time you think that you're going to finally get a good continuation on the breakdown, it comes right back like Meta did here, back to 505. It would be sick, though, to keep watching. You know, if Meta can turn back around, maybe head back towards 500 again, that would be a pretty good move on the day. But overall, pretty crazy here. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Appreciate you, Demure. Better late than never, right? Will be a fun Friday tomorrow, so be ready, but... Alright, guys, have a great one. I will talk to you later. See you guys. I better catch you all in the Discord today. Let's go.
60% of the time, it works every time.